Good morning, students. Welcome back to the another metrology and measurements session. My name is P. Navin Jas, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Today, we are going to discuss about the new topic methods of measurement from the Unit 1 Basics of Metrology.
Okay, the next heading is methods of measurement. Here we are going to study about the methods which we are going to use to find out the measurements. It can be classified as the below 10 methods. The first one is direct method. The next one indirect method, then absolute or fundamental method, comparative method, transposition method, coincidence method, deflection method, complementary method, then method of measurement by substitution, and the last one is method of null measurement. Okay, first one, direct method of measurement. It is nothing but the value of the quantity, or which means the value of the object to be measured is obtained directly without necessity of carrying out supplementary calculations based on functional dependence of the quantity to be measured in relation to the quantities actually measured. It is nothing but direct method is nothing but the parameter, which means the object which is directly compared to a standard parameter or standard object with the help of calibrated systems without any calculations, which means we can get the output from the calibrated systems without any calculation. We get the output of the object without any calculations, then it is called as direct method. We can get the output value of the particular object without any calculations. We can get the output value. It is called as direct method. Some of the instruments we are going to get the output value is measurement by scales. The normal scale, we can get the measurement directly from the object. Then vernier calipers, micrometers for linear measurement, bevel protectors for angular measurement. These are the instruments directly we can get the value from the object. Then indirect method, the value of the quantity is obtained from measurements carried out by direct method of measurement of other quantities connected with the quantity to be measured by a known relationship. The particular object value to be measured is obtained by other measured quantities, other measured values, or other measured objects which are functionally related to the required value, which means the value that we get from the output of a particular object which is functionally related to the required value, the value which is get from the object which is normally related to the required value of the substance. For example, here weight of a substance is measured by measuring the length, breadth and height of the substance directly, and then by using the relation. So the simple thing is, the output of the particular measurement can get the value with some calculations or some formulas. We get the value of the particular object, then it is called as indirect method. Some of the indirect method instruments are angle measurement by sine bar. We get some angular measurements with the help of sine bar and getting some calculations for that output value with the help of to find out the particular object's value, then it is called as indirect method. Measurement of shaft power by dynamometer. We can get the shaft power with the help of dynamometer and then some calculations for the output value. Then measurement of discharge of fluid using venturimeter. In venturimeter, the discharge of fluid, we can't find out the value instantly or measurement instantly. We can get the flow of fluid in the venturimeter with the calculations, then only we can find out the output value. The next one is absolute or fundamental method. It is based on the measurement of the base quantities used to define the quantity. The absolute method or fundamental method is based on the measurement of the base quantities used to define the quantity. For example, measuring a quantity directly in accordance with the definition of the quantity. Link with the definition of quantity to be measured. The measuring quantity directly in accordance with the definition of the quantity. So, the measurement of the base quantity which is used to define the quantity. For the particular object's measurement which is define the quantity power. So we can find out the output value by measuring a quantity and compare with the fundamental measurement that we get from the direct measurement of the particular object's quantity. Then we can find out the measurement. The next one is comparative method. In this method, the value of the quantity to be measured is compared with the known value of the same quantity or other quantity particularly related to it. So in this method, only the deviations from the master gauge are determined. Example, dial indicators or other comparators. The value of the quantity to be measured is compared with the known value of the same quantity. Suppose we took one object, we measure the value of the object, then we compare the value with the known value of the same quantity, which means square product is measured and find out the output of the square product. Then the same particular square product, another square product, for that square product we know the value of the square product. Then we can compare the values of both the products. We can compare the value of both the products. So in this method, only the deviations from a master gauge are determined. In this method there is some deviations can come with the comparators or any other dial indicators. Some small slight deviations are there. Then next one is transposition method. Transposition method. It is a method of measurement by direct comparison in which the value of the quantity is measured, first balanced by an initial known value A of the same quantity. Then the value of the quantity measured is put in place of this known value and is balanced again by another known value B. If the position of the element indicating equilibrium is the same in both cases, the value of the quantity to be measured is AB. For example, determination of a mass by a means of a balance and known weights using the Gauss double beam. For transposition method, balancing weights equipment is the only example. In balancing weighing machine, in one balancing place, the unknown weight is placed on the A quantity, and in B quantity the equal amount of weight is placed in the B quantity. If it is equilibrium, then we can know the value of the unknown quantity, which is equal to the known quantity. In A section, the unknown weight is placed, and in B section, known weight is placed. If it is in equilibrium, the value of B is equal to the value of A, or value of A is equal to the value of B. If it is not in equilibrium, there must be a slight changes until it indicating equilibrium. Then only we can find out the known value. Then next one is coincidence method. It is a differential method of measurement in which a very small difference between the value of the quantity to be measured and the reference is determined by the observation of the coincidence of certain lines or signals. For example, measurement by vernier caliper and micrometer. In this coincidence method, the value of the quantity to be measured is replaced. In this coincidence method, very small difference between the value of the quantity to be measured and the reference value. In this coincidence method, very small difference between the value of the quantity to be measured and the reference is determined. When we using vernier caliper or a micrometer, with the help of any other instrument, we should find out the value of any other product. We know the reference value of the particular product. If we measure that particular product, should know the value. The reference value and this known value of the product should be compared, and there must be a very small difference between the two values. For that purpose, we should coincide the measurement system to equate the value of the particular product. Then it is called as coincidence method. Then deflection method. In this method, the value of the quantity to be measured is directly indicated by a deflection of a pointer on a calibrated scale. The dial indicator or boron tube pressure gauge are some of the examples of the deflection method. Due to the pressure measurement, due to the pressure of some input, the dial indicator or dial pointer, which should be moved on the dial indicator, the pointer which is moved over the calibrated scale. At some point, it should be stopped on a particular point. Then we can find out the value of the particular pressure. It may be deflected due to the input pressure. The output value should be deflected in the pointer scale. Then we can find out the output value. Then complementary method. In this method, the value of the quantity to be measured is combined with the known value of the same quantity. The combination is so adjusted that the sum of these two values is equal to the predetermined comparison value. For example, determination of the volume of a solid by liquid displacement. Some product value or object value is measured is combined with the known value of the same quantity. The object value is measured and find out the value of the object, and that value is compared with the known value of the same quantity. The combination is so adjusted that the sum of these two values, the sum of these known value and measured value, is equal to predetermined comparison value. This known value and measured value, the addition of the known value and the measured value is the combination of these two values is equal to the predetermined comparison value. For example, determination of the volume of a solid by liquid displacement. Then method of measurement by substitution, which is called a substitution method. It is a method of direct comparison in which the value of the quantity to be measured is replaced by a known value of the same quantity. So selected that the effects produced in the indicating the y's by these two values are the same. It is also a method of direct comparison in which the value of the quantity to be measured is replaced by a known value of the same quantity. While we get the value of some of the object or product, after getting the value, the measured value is replaced by the known value of the same quantity. The measured value is replaced by the known value of the same quantity. So that the selected value show that the effects produced in the indicating device by these two values are the same. So this replacement gave some effects on the indicating device. Then the value of the indicating device by these two values are the same, a type of a direct comparison of in the particular object. Then method of null measurement. It is a method of differential measurement. In this method, the difference between the value of the quantity to be measured and the known value of the same quantity with which it is compared is brought to zero. The null measurement is nothing but the difference between the value of the quantity, the measured value of the product, and the known value of the same product with which it is compared. When we compare these two values, the values finally come into zero. The measured value and the known value, while we compare these both values, the output of the value is both values is zero. Then it is called as null measurement.
By this session is over. The next topic we are going to discuss about in the next session. Thank you.